Good morning from Asia. Mike Armstrong here. It's good to see you and it's good to be back. Today we are going to use Retail AI and Cal.com to call, well, actually we're going to do a GET request to the Cal.com API to get calendar availability, and then that will be sent back to the agent for further data processing. So the objective of the next series of videos that I'm going to be publishing will be to build a voice agent, which will handle customer service, FAQs, and book meetings. And my tech stack for this agent will be Retail AI, Cal.com, N8N, and Twilio. So before we begin, I'd like to actually just give you a quick demo of the agent. So I'm going to call my agent, I'm going to book a meeting, and then I'm going to show you how I did it, the first part in this video, and then the entire voice agent in the next few videos. So here we go, calling the agent.
Hello, this is Amy from Dynaflow AI. How can I help you today?
Hi, Amy. I'd like to book a meeting.
Well, look at you, straight to business. I like it. Could I grab your full name and just a quick reason for booking? That way I can find the perfect time slot for you.
My name is Mike Armstrong, and the purpose of the meeting is I want to set up a customer service voice agent for my agency.
Let me check our calendar for some available meeting time for you, Mike. All right, Mike. Here are a few slots we have open. Friday at 10 a.m., Monday at 11 a.m., Tuesday at 9 a.m. Do any of these work for you, or should I dig up a few more options?
Friday at 10 a.m., please, Amy.
Perfect, Mike. Friday at 10 a.m. it is. Let me just lock that in for you. One sec while I work my scheduling magic.
You still there?
Yep, I'm still here. Your meeting for Friday at 10 a.m. is all set. Consider it officially booked. If you have any other questions or need to reschedule, just let me know.
All right. Thanks, Amy. Take care. Bye.
Got it, Mike. Sing with me, and good luck with your new voice agent.
Thank you. All right, so we'll get into how we built the whole agent also in subsequent videos, but the purpose of today's video specifically is actually to set up a function or a tool in Retail AI and then do a GET request to Cal.com to the API to get availability. That's kind of step one, and I want to sort of walk through that, and then we'll try and build one. We'll actually try and build something very, very basic to show you the functionality. But before we do, I just want to give a shout out to Zachary A at ZAP. His channel is Zach-AP because he helped me build this agent, and he's a great guy. So please follow him on his channel. All right, so we're going to go into the dashboard for Retail AI here, and I have a prompt set up, and you can see from the top that you can take a screenshot of this. I'm going to make a new prompt, and I'll leave that in the description of this video as well for you. It basically says you are a primary AI agent for Dynaflow. Dynaflow is my voice agent agency and an AI automation agency specializing in building AI voice agents. Then we got a style, use-friendly and professional tone, incorporate light humor and wit to keep the conversation engaging. To be honest with you, my agent is a little too witty. I think I need to tone down the wit, because I think when I'm selling agents, and maybe when you're selling agents to busy customers, they probably don't want so much wit and sarcasm in their agent. But anyway, it's fun for the demo. But then we get down to goals and tasks. Greet the user warmly and introduce Dynaflow and its AI automation services. Ask the user if they are interested in learning more or booking an appointment. So one thing I just wanted to mention about this agent and about the way we're going to set it up is it's actually going to be what they call a deterministic logic workflow, where the agent actually just gives the users specific dates and times to choose from. And then this deterministic logic methodology or workflow allows for way less mistakes, way less chance of the agent making some sort of weird mistake via the LLM and the prompt. So I'm pretty much going to build a deterministic logic-based workflow for the agent to follow within the LLM and the prompt itself. And then number 4 down here, we can see if interested in booking an appointment, collect the user's full name and reason for booking. And then the first part here is what we're going to talk about today. Use the free times tool to retrieve available meeting slots. So what we have here is what's called a function or functions in retail. There is a section in Retail AI called functions, And in functions, you can set up functions. So what we're going to set up here is check calendar availability, I believe, through cal.com. And so you can call whatever you want. Let's just say for propensity's sake, we're going to call it check. We would actually call this free times because that's what it's called in the prompt. And then the description here is optional, but it's good to use a description because it helps the LLM, the agent, understand what the function is for. And here it says when the users ask for availability, check the calendar and provide available slots. Maybe what we'll say is provide 2 or 3 dates, times to user. This function provides 2 or 3. All right. Sorry for my bad spelling. And then you want to add your API cal.com API key. And I think the way you get that is you go into cal.com and which is here. You go into settings, you go into API keys, which is this section, and then you go add, and then just say, let's say test 15. Today is August 15th. I'm just going to date it, and we'll make this for something different. So make this for 7 days. This is when it's supposed to expire, but this is a test. So yeah, so I've got an API. I'm probably going to delete this. I'm certainly not going to use it. So yeah, I mean, you don't want to share your API keys ever, but this is just a test API. And then you add that in here, and then you need to also add the event type calendar. So what we do with that is we go over to, we go back and then we go into event types, and then we create a new event type. Let's just call this test. This will synchronize with the API key. I'm a little bit OCD with how I label stuff. So yeah, this is actually what we would call an endpoint. And so here we want to grab the ID, which is actually, I think up here, this number in the URL here. You can find an ID up in the actual URL. You might not be able to see it actually because I'm hiding my screen, but if you go into, I'm hiding the top section of my screen, but if you go into the actual like URL section of your browser, and it says https://app.cal.com/event, and then you get to a 7-digit code. So that is your event ID. And you need to put that in the Retail AI event type calendar ID, which is here. Okay, so there we go. And then in terms of the prompt, we have a prompt set up here, but like I've actually created a more simple prompt in Grok, which you would put into Retail AI here. And it just simply says you are an AI agent for Dynaflow, an AI automation agency specializing in voice AI agents for small businesses. And then the task is to use the free time function to make a GET request to the cal.com API and retrieve 3 available end user dates times for a meeting. 2, present the time slots conversationally, Monday at 12, Tuesday at 3, Wednesday at 10 a.m. So this is important because you want to make it, you want to make it deterministic and logical, and you want to make it as easy as possible for the LLM to interact with the cal.com API, get that availability, and bring it back into the agent. And we haven't done anything else after that. That's all we've done is we have set up an agent, a voice agent with a prompt. This is, I guess, an engineering prompt, so to speak, in Retail. And then we've set up an event type in cal.com. And then with the prompt, this is the new prompt here, and through the function, which is the function part of Retail AI, to get request, as it says here, get request availability from cal.com. And then we're going to do some stuff after that with the data when it comes back to the agent. After that, we're going to go into N8N, and we are going to go through the rest of the prompt, and we're going to do a post request, which goes back to cal.com to the API to actually set up the meeting for the user that you heard in my my voice agent. So I'll leave it there for now. This video is over 10 minutes, a little bit longer than I thought. This is my first video in a long time, but I'm back, and I'm going to try and post content a little bit more consistently now. But if you have any questions, please leave questions and comments in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back again soon with another edition of Mike Armstrong. All right, take care. See you in the next episode.